How are you guys doing? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the top 5 Gamefi projects. That's right. Here at the Digits Club, we have a big collection of Gamefi projects that we talk about, Gamefi projects that we invest in, and etc. So today we are going to be taking a look at the most important, and for that matter, if you want to put it that way, the most interesting project. So let's get started with the list. We have a top 5 today. The Discord community, 5,000 members strong. So if you would like to join in or have your own Gamefi projects you would like to add to the list, move over to the Discord, chat with us, would be really much appreciated. For now, I'm going to go over all of the projects that you guys have been interested in. So let me go over to my screen share. I'm live here on the Digits Club, so you guys can join in through the Discord if you are interested in joining. So for now, let's get started with the list. Before we do, please make sure to subscribe and, of course, join the Discord if you haven't already. All right, good alpha information over there. Let's get started. So the first project we have to be discussing together is Meta Shooter. Now, Meta Shooter, you guys have been talking about it a lot over in the Discord. Of course, we had some form of release. I believe it was the TGE not that long ago. I'm actually going to quickly check while I tell you guys more about what this project is. So Meta Shooter, you will be able to play a play-to-earn game. There's numerous game modes that you will be able to play in. The main one, though, is going to be free roam. And in free roam, you're going to be able to choose your weapons, shoot different animals, and earn rewards. You're going to have to take into account what weapon you choose, what animals do you shoot, what animals can you shoot. And it's going to be quite in-depth. Gave me a little bit of Long Dark vibes. I don't know if you guys ever played that before. That's a non-crypto game. Let's see here at the token sale. Yeah, so the TGE was in April of 2022. Now, the TGE was not something very exciting. As you can see, the all-time high was a 2.5x, which isn't that interesting, and the ROI was a 0.26x, which also isn't something you should be screaming hallelujah for. Definitely some losses were made, but as you can see, it was featured on some prominent launch pads, such as the BSC pad, GameZone, and we also see Gate.io startup. Now, looking at these raises, what can we see? We see that they rose 285, which is a decent pool, 10% TGE, so only 10% from this all-time high was able to be unlocked, and the rest was sold at a roughly minus 70% loss. So definitely not the best TGE here. However, most of these projects are, of course, launching in the bear market. Now, what is interesting, for instance, about Meta Shooter is that you're going to be able to invest in this project also after the TGE. And this project in particular, even though it didn't have the best TGE, has a lot of potential to grow when market conditions get better. So this is certainly something you might want to put on your watch list and keep an eye out for, as it has some great potential. As you can see, it is being featured on some prominent exchanges such as Sushi, Gate.io, Maxi Global, QuickSwap, PancakeSwap, ApeSwap, Bitmart. So you will be able to get the tokens everywhere. Very interesting project. On the Discord, we certainly had some investors that had participated in the TGE. A little bit unfortunate, of course, not the best TGE here, but the game looks phenomenal. And if market conditions better, this is certainly a game that can blow up. So keep it in mind. Don't miss out, because the TGE, not that important. It didn't go so well, but the biggest opportunities are still yet to come. So Meta Shooter, put it on your list or whatever you're making, and let's move over to the second game here. Now, I'm not just going to go over to all of the games that you might want to be interested in, but I'm also giving you guys the latest updates of the project. Now, this is Magic Craft. If you're not familiar with this project, very, very huge potential, low market cap, lots of trading volume. There are loads of interested parties in this particular project. If I move over to CoinMarketCap real quick, what we can see here, and that's what I think is the most interesting news about Magic Craft, is that it recently had its listing over on Gate.io. Now, what does that mean for the price? Well, let's look at it right now, the latest opportunities, how it went right? The overall project, just put it on your watch list because it is interesting enough for sure. It has massive potential with only a 20 million market cap. It could go wild, and the game isn't even fully out yet. Like the final version of the game is far from being done yet, so there's lots more to come. So yeah, just put it on your watch list. Huge opportunity over here. And looking at the last 7 days, we can see here this huge spike. Now, quite some people made decent bucks over here. What happened was the Gate.io listing. It had been, coming for a while. Now, people had been anticipating for it roughly since the day 5, and over here the actual listing was at day 6, so 1 day beforehand the price started going up quite a lot, and over here we saw this big decline right after the listing on Gate.io. I was actually there. Many of our Discord members were there. We hoped that the price was going to keep going up, but this was the all-time high over here. Pretty significant gains if you got in earlier and made a quick buck just before the drop down, but you really had to sell just before the all-time high. As you can see, this massive drop off already would have ruined most of your returns. So was it a big opportunity? Not really, unless you got in just before the price started rising and got out just before the drop. You could have certainly made some money there, but overall, just a very bear sentiment over on Magicraft, which was unfortunate. Regardless, though, I think the true hardcore Magicraft investors understand that the biggest potential is still yet to come with this project. You can see over here, this was once the all-time high of Magicraft with a 20 million trading volume. This is nothing compared to where it once was. When market conditions get better, Magicraft is one of the first projects to make insane gains. And of course, none of this is financial advice, right? So this could be potentially different, but on my list, it is certainly one of the biggest projects to come when market conditions better. And you don't want to miss out for that when these charts start blowing up. So yes, there are some micro opportunities along the way, some opportunities you might want to look at, but for the most part, the biggest opportunity still yet to come, you guys. So lots of talk about this in the Discord. If you're interested, move over to the Discord. We can chat about it even more. I know that we have quite some investors over here. We even have a moderator of Magicraft in our Discord. Really fun to chat about, and one of the biggest projects on my end that I'm very bullish on. Moving over, let's talk about Illuvium, because we cannot have a top 5 GameFi projects without Illuvium on the list. Now, Illuvium, the game has huge potential. It is a AAA crypto game with kind of 2 sort of game modes. You'll be able to free roam in the world, beautiful world, very high graphics. You'll be able to collect Illuvium monsters, which you can use to fight other players and collect NFTs. So it's a little bit competitive, but it's mostly quite casual. It gives me a lot of Pokemon vibes, right? Go into the world, collect these creatures, fight these creatures, etc. So I love the concept. They say here, join the fight for ETH, right? So Illuvium is very much integrated with Ethereum and the Ethereum price. And with the ETH merge coming up soon, that automatically also brings an opportunity for the Illuvium price. So let's move over back to coin market cap and look at the current Illuvium price, right? Illuvium. Oh, there you go, Illuvium. Go to the current price. As you can see, it is at $74. That is quite the drop off compared to what we had just a couple of weeks prior. Let's go to the 1 month chart. As you can see, Illuvium has been on a downward trend, going from around $120 or so, all the way down to an all-time low of $69. Over the 3 months chart, you can see the same decline in price. It was at $233 earlier this year. And at the yearly chart, you can see a devastating decrease in value all the way from 1700, 1800 even to the 75-ish, there it is right now. Now, just 1 or 2 weeks ago, we were still at the $80. This continuous decline has 2 reasons. The main reason being the current market conditions. Everything is suffering. GameFi is bleeding. Illuvium is no different. Second reason, however, you guys, is Well, there's not anything specific coming up on the roadmap. We don't have any major updates or major hype regarding Illuvium to up this price. And I don't think the team wants to up the price. I think they've embraced the fact that, look, the market conditions are horrible. We're basically back to our TGE price. And from here, we have to build, we have to work on the game. And when market conditions better, the token price will come back eventually. I think that's a good way. It's a good method, kind of the same which Affin uses, right? They understand that getting that price to increase in value is nearly impossible. So instead, they focus on actually building a good game, making their partnerships, getting the foundation ready for when the bull run does hit, so that when it does, they're ready and they can really shine, and the token price has the opportunity to increase. So yeah, as you can see here, people saying to buy or to hold off a little bit longer. I personally think that this decrease will continue at least for a couple more weeks. I think definitely the upcoming Ethereum merge will have an impact in the Illuvium price. Obviously, that it will be happening later this September, and when it does, I'm quite bullish on Illuvium. I think there could be a quick opportunity to buy in now or in a couple of days and sell at the peak of the hype, but it's going to be temporary, right? We might see Illuvium go back to $80, perhaps even to $85, but it is not going to last, right? The market conditions will bring it back down, and especially if the merge is not successful or it doesn't go well, then it's going to come crashing down real fast. So a quick buck can be made most likely during the merge, as it will, well, probably have an impact on Illuvium, and it's nearly inevitable. But after that, I think long term, Illuvium has some rocky months ahead, just as the rest of GameFi has. So if you're going to be investing in Illuvium, just like most GameFi projects nowadays, your biggest opportunity is to buy in anywhere between now and the next 6 months and reap your rewards when market conditions get better. But there is a quick opportunity for a quick buck upcoming with the Ethereum merge, where I think that the token can definitely reach back up to $80. So a quick opportunity in the near future and a bigger opportunity long term, in my personal vision, regarding Illuvium. Now, for the rest, absolutely worthwhile to just look at the project, put it on your watch list, and keep in touch with everything that's happening. And there will definitely be new news coming out, and you don't want to miss out. This is one of the biggest GameFi projects, you guys. So put it on your watch list, whatever. Follow them on Twitter. You don't want to miss out on this one. Now, we're going to move forward to the next GameFi game on the top 5 list. This one is a lot smaller, so maybe you guys don't know it, but it's a big opportunity, maybe even bigger than Illuvium. Of course, we're talking about Nineko. In the Digit Club community, we're very bullish on this, and you guys have been talking about it a bit more over the past month, and I've heard it mentioned several times this week also. Nineko is a game, much like a mobile game, where you'll be able to control and collect your Ninekos, fight in a big fairy tale forest, and nurture and breed your Ninekos. It is quite the average kind of Pokemon feel GameFi projects, play to earn. But the interesting part about Nineko is, of course, that it has an incredibly small market cap. And what exactly I mean, I'll show you guys in a bit. There we go. It is a 320,000 market cap, which essentially means that there is huge potential, as this game is small, right? With a very big market cap, you can be sure that there's a lot of money in the project, that it's probably pretty legit, and that it's going to be a good project, but there's not as much potential for drastic price increases. Lower market caps provide a high risk, high reward scenario where you could potentially earn massive bucks, but the project is also smaller, there's less money, so an increased risk of rug pulls or scams, or just the project financially going bankrupt. So high risk, high reward. But with Nineko, it is interesting because the project, the game, is just looking phenomenal. The team is doxed and is publishing many different updates. The game itself looks really good, and in the review that I made a couple days ago and is live on the Digit Club channel, I talk about how just everything, the whole foundation of Nineko is really good, combined with the fact that they have such a small market cap, makes this a very interesting opportunity. an opportunity that not everybody knows of, mostly because it is a rather unknown project. Well, not unknown, but compared to Illuvium and Magicraft, it would be considered unknown. So yeah, huge opportunity over here. And again, with the price, we can see the same downward trend, right? After TGE, it went down, had some spikes. After that, it just had this downward trend. Looking at the 3-month chart, we can see the same thing repeating over here. The token slowly but surely bleeding, going down in price. Now, again, this is a trend with every GameFi, and for that matter, most crypto projects. So it's not really something you can be angry at or blame it on Neneko. Neneko is quite innocent in this, such as Meta, Shooter, and Magicraft are also. This is market conditions. This is people being afraid to invest. This is people panic selling their tokens. This is a bear market, right? And this is what we see happening time and time again. This is not a time to make money. This is a time to buy. This is a time to buy, and in a bull run, it's a time to sell. So we're not going to make money anytime soon with the Neku because the market isn't going to be looking good anytime soon. Now, sure, there will be some interesting roadmap opportunities, right? Upcoming smaller opportunities to make some quick bucks with Nineko. For instance, the village building is coming up and the NFT burn. So there are opportunities in the short term, pretty big opportunities, in fact, but the biggest opportunity is to wait for this price to drop just a little bit more, buy a good chunk of tokens, hold for dear life, sell when the bull run hits. And with such a small market cap, we could see some explosive numbers on these charts if market allows it. Now, again, we checked out the team, we checked out the white paper, the project, and the game, and it's looking better than other projects with this market cap. Right? Most 300K market cap projects don't have such a strong foundation. So Nanako is certainly one of the most bullish projects right now and one of the highest risk, highest rewards projects in this bear run. So Nanako, put it on your watch list. You don't want to miss out on the opportunity that this game presents. Now, onwards to our last project of today, and that is, of course, Affin. Now, Affin, Digits Club community is really, really hyped about this project, everything about it, and so should you be. It is again, a rather small market cap, right? Not compared to Nineko, but compared to other GameFi projects this size, a 10 million market cap really still has loads of potential for growth, and the team is really professional. Now, why am I not on the website? Well, you guys, it's because the website isn't working, and yeah, that's not a good thing, of course, right? It's a pretty bad thing. I don't know what's going on there. In fact, I'm quite curious, so I will be going over to Twitter and seeing if we can find a update on this. So Effin, not a video editor, we're not in need of a video editor right now, you guys. Effin instead. So the Twitter seems to be working just fine. My Twitter is a bit slow over here. So I'm not seeing any particular, yeah, there's nothing here saying anything about a website outage or a different link. There is an alpha event going on. Maybe that is overburning the website right now. I'm not sure, but we cannot view the website right now. But in short, Affin is a interesting project which is using the utility of its token, not just in game, but giving it utility outside of the game in the real world. Now, are you bullish on that? That's up to you. I'm not personally. I think the game is good for different reasons. I don't think I'm ever going to play a video game and use those tokens for buying a coffee. It's just not something I would do. I'm not very bullish on it. But the rest is really interesting. The team is solid. The game is good looking. And well, of course, they're going to be selling a land pretty soon. So in Affin, again, metaverse game, you walk around, you see creatures, you can gather them, you can do a whole lot of stuff. It's a variety of things, social community events, socializing, and you'll be able to purchase land. And if you're a landowner, you'll be able to earn a cut from everything that happens on that land. So that is a big upcoming opportunity. It hasn't happened yet, so this sale will be there soon. If you participate in the sale and you buy a piece of land and you have that land and a lot is happening on that land, you'll be able to get a lot of passive income through that, or make a flip, sell the land, good profits as well. Regardless, FN has been quite silent. They haven't really been hyping the token up. They have just agreed to the fact that the token just lost its value, right? The TGE happened in early 2022 in the bear market, and FN has been like, you know what? All of the public round guys, they've just sold their tokens off, and right now the true backers are holding on to their tokens, and they're not doing anything to stimulate the price. They don't want to. They want to build the game, they want to develop the game, and when market conditions are better, they want to start hyping, start pushing up the price of this token. They're fine with all of these public round investors having sold off their tokens. They don't mind that at all. They're okay with it. So an interesting tactic from FN, a tactic that I personally think is good, and the tactic that should be adopted by all GameFi projects, right? Magicraft, I'm very bullish on it, but they are hyping everything, and you cannot systematically keep this token price high in this bear run. You should just accept the price going down and focus on your game instead. I'm very bullish on Magicraft, but that is one thing I think the team should be doing differently. And FN, they're not looking to bump the price of their token and then quickly sell or whatever. They're really building this game, and that's why I'm very bullish on it, apart from just the fact that it has a low market cap with lots of potential, and the fact that the overall coin market cap sentiment is very bullish. We've been seeing a lot of AMAs of FN. We've even uploaded one of these AMAs, and the team just comes across as very professional, and so does their white paper. Now, they have their fair share of red flags. Every project does, but FN, very interesting GameFi project. You should keep an eye out for it. So this was my personal top 5 of all of the the best projects in my opinion. I don't see any other projects that really stand out to me right now, although of course there are other projects, right? We have Gods Unchained, we have The Walking Dead Empires coming up, and these are all very good projects. Don't get me wrong, this is not the only 5 GameFi projects, but these are my top 5, and this is the top 5 that the community of the Digits Club have been most interested in as well. So if you have other projects you would like to see, then definitely make sure to let me know. For now, however, these are all of the projects I think you should be putting on your watch list. Now, with that out of the way, let's do a quick recap of the market of this week. Just a quick overview we always do here on this live show. We're going to go over it really, really quickly. The community has been talking about it quite a lot, obviously, as they should, right? Crypto has been taking a bit of a nosedive, especially Bitcoin. The token has devaluated quite a lot in price. As you can see over here, if it is loading, it went down, let's see here. I think over the last 7 days, we can see it. Yeah, a big dump over here happened quite recently. We went down from about 20K to about 18K. So Bitcoin hasn't been feeling that great. Ethereum, of course, still holding its value relatively well, mostly leading up to the Ethereum merge that is coming up. I feel like we should be seeing the hype kick in any time now. I think somewhere next week, the price is going to start increasing in anticipation for the merge. Again, that's not a financial advice, but I think that is very likely to happen. For now, though, Ethereum at $1,600. Solana still very down at $33. Cardano at 47 cents. And the overall market just a little bit bearish looking. Current cryptocurrency market cap is at 1 trillion. And the Fear and Greed Index is showing 20. So definitely looking bearish out there. We saw it with the GameFi projects earlier as well. So keep that in mind when doing investments. Know that right now it's the time for buying and not the time for selling. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in at this community chat. I really appreciated it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Join our Discord to join this event live next time. And I will wish you guys a fantastic day. I'll see you all in the next one. Ciao, ciao, bye-bye. Take care. See you later.